Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. And I just realized how much this now actually looks like one of those 3D pictures, because it really seems like the colors, like the red and the green and the blue don't really match, so you need one of those 3D glasses to actually properly see the image. But let's see what's
The
wrong with
pupil
him.
is dilated.
Uh
The temperature appears to be normal.
okay.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Oh. Measure pulse rate by counting the heartbeat for 10 seconds.
I need to concentrate and count
Oh,
the heartbeats.
okay, I need to actually click.
A weak pulse. Around 50
Yeah,
beats per
that's
minute.
pretty low.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
Did he poison
An
himself?
antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
Oh,
Good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes.
that was quick.
I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Well, hold on, I need to check something. Alright, let's go. Join Lestrade at the Strand Lane Baths. What do we have here? Okay. So there's that. Okay, the map. Strand Lane Baths. I wonder what Watson is reading. Are those his notes for his stories?
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder.
Oh no.
The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Oh, I actually have to question him.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
For a moment they thought they would have just, steamed him to death.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
Strange. It really is an interesting case, I think.
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lestrade. You are the police officer, Mr. Phillips.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
He did it. Not sure why, but I think he did it. What's that? Okay, I think I found most stuff on his face. Shiny buttons, Manchester.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Yeah, were there any other visitors?
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
Maybe they were
No one.
hidden.
Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Maybe he was the one who entered the steam door or room. Anyway, what's this? Frigidarium. I don't need to go there. The exit. I also don't need that. Apoditerium and Sudatorium. Well, it's the only door that's left, so I guess I'll take this. I'm assuming this is the changing.
Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Oh, I actually have to examine this.
Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Okay, but I'm missing one more thing.
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Okay.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
So they're still in there? Huh. You know, if I was the police, I probably would have allowed them to, you know, put their clothes on.
Lord Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Alright, let's examine the body.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Oh, look.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Okay, so it was a knife or something like that.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
Really? I always was under the impression that, like, you know, wounds on the head actually bleed quite a lot, and you know, if someone destroys your eye, I can imagine that would, you know, bleed even more than like just a normal
Death
cut.
was very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Oh, there.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
And was that the entire
I think
body?
we've found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Yes. Well, I don't know if Sherlock actually knows. Oh, blood on the towel.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Okay, well, Mr.
It's
Garrow.
horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Wait.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. So there are only 3 pairs of clothes, and there were 4 people. Well, maybe they, you know, maybe they took like the stuff from the dead guy to examine it. I don't know. What do I have to do? Search the crime scene in the area of Strand Lane baths. Find the missing weapon that was used to kill Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Oh yeah, I need to talk to the guy. I guess nothing is here. Mr. Phillips. I found this key. What is it?
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now. which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Well, that's weird, because I have a bloody... Oh.
Did you leave the bath?
No, sir, I did not.
Left work. Oh, I guess the telegram?
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I
Good.
left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Okay, and who brought the champagne?
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Well, I don't really see why not. Sir Rodney
This area
Bentcliffe's
serves
office.
as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He was the dead guy,
Archaeological
right?
findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
So is this actually like an old Roman building?
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Yes, let's see what he has.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue. A glass plate negative is missing.
Oh, that's from Aswan, where they are going to, I guess, at this point in time, build that dam. Oh, look, letters. What's this? Dear friend, I wish to organize a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt. Now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology, to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event, and record it favorably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Okay, what do we have here? The Daily Mirror. There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety and vigour to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has often been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connections within the Lord's Chamber and carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving, authoritarian. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Times. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman baths excavation research. Oh, Strand Lane Roman baths excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when the savior arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation I shouldn't do this early in the morning. Claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. We pledge to update our readers with all of the exciting news it develops. So I need to search archives and do the research. Here we have Mr. Phillips. Phillips is from Manchester. He takes care of both himself and the establishment where he works, and he is seen as a good employee. He went out this morning to send a telegram, probably to his hometown. Look at that. Is the Roman shield? Or just a metal plate. Besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger. At the present moment I am unable to determine exactly what that might be.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Is there something on the
A shape
back?
has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Oh, I'm just going to take it. Alright, Sherlock, that's fine, I guess.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research. I will need these tongs.
Oh. Okay. That's fine, I guess.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this
Well, I would say
corridor
to the
lead?
cold water baths,
To the
but
frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
yeah, it does look pretty poorly, you know, the construction. But it's probably not an
These stones
accident.
weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
And it will require it. I'm pretty sure that like the murder weapon is behind those things. Okay, so search the crime scene and find the missing weapon. Find a use for the tongs. Okay. Okay, I need to see what's going on. Oh look, I have the train whistle as a souvenir. So only this guy. Is for this case.
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
These baths are becoming sinister.
Okay, well I'll go to Baker Street and start experimenting on the blood and what else? The dirt? Oh, do I have effective arrival? Sir Rodney's arrival saved the archaeological research at the baths. And the champagne. Yeah, I don't think they have anything to do, or at least not directly to do with each other. Hey, Toby.
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
Well, let's analyze the dirt. Okay. Okay.
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold.
Interesting.
Selenite,
Is there something else? White clay.
particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
Well, let's see. So that's only over
The
there.
sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Okay, well, let's analyze the blood now.
Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
Alright.
Let's take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
Okay, pet.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense, you know, in a steam room. Archive. (1893). Bentcliffe's mummy. The great excavation in Aswan has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an enucleated eye and posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed as if reaching out for something or to someone. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the Desperate Mummy due to her peculiar characteristics. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye he was punished, for he saw what he was not worthy." The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are in common with the Mithraic mysteries. So, the mummy was a guy and they still call him a she? I don't
Here
know.
it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Okay. So I still need to find, you know, a way to use that tongue. What is this? Ah. So this is like what happened after a case or something? The power of the Empire is growing stronger day by day. As of yesterday, the Mexican consortium Caracal began serving the cause of the British Empire. This arrangement is undeniably profitable for London and England overall and is a great achievement for our exceptional diplomatic and political community. In other news, a train has mysteriously disappeared en route to Evesham railway station. Oh, and this is from the other case. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard has received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murderer of Peter Carey was Patrick Cairns, one of Carey's former harpooners. In fact, the dangerous criminal was caught single-handedly by brave Inspector Lestrade in a hand-to-hand fight. Patrick Cairns is now sentenced to death. Okay.
This is where I keep my post. A map of London and the surrounding area.
Well, let's go back to the baths and see if I can find something over there. Very liquid blood. Yeah, okay, so that's... I really can't deduce anything right now.
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
All these events are bad for the baths. And my...
Mr. Holmes?
You know what? Next time I will continue this. I've been playing for 30 minutes now. So next time we'll, well, probably not solve the murder, but I assume we'll find what I have to do and maybe be able to talk to the three gentlemen in the steam room. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you guys next time.